Now I'm playing, I feel good. So I need to work hard and playing like this in upcoming matches. So yeah.
You said when you were not getting enough chances.
हाँ, ऐसा मन में कुछ नहीं था, सिर्फ था वर्क हार्ड करना है और सेम प्रैक्टिस में अच्छा करना है, जब चांस आएगा तब।
आपको ऐसा नहीं लग रहा था कि शायद एफसी को हमें चांस नहीं मिलेगा तो कहीं और करके प्रूव करेंगे?
हाँ, ऐसा तो सोचा था, अगर इधर चांस नहीं मिलेगा तो आई ट्राई। गेम टाइम भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, सो ट्राई किया था मैं। हाँ, जो कोच से भी बात किया था लास्ट ईयर गेम टाइम के लिए। सो अभी
आपको कैसे फील हो रहा है कि आप रेगुलरली खेल रहे हो, अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस भी दे रहे हो?
हाँ।
तो टीम भी अच्छा खेल रही है?
हाँ, अभी अच्छा लग रहा है बहुत। सो अभी यही सेम करना है, हार्ड वर्क करना है और सेम करना है नेक्स्ट मैच भी।
ऋतिक, आपने एफसी गोवा के रिजर्व टीम से स्टार्ट किया था।
हाँ।
सो बाद में सीनियर टीम में आ गए। इस साल पहले जो आपको पता नहीं था आप फर्स्ट टीम में होंगे या नहीं, तो बाद में आपको चांस मिला और अभी कंटिन्यूसली खेल रहे हैं, आप इसके बारे में क्या कहें?
और एक बार बोलेगा, क्या हुआ था?
जो अभी सीनियर टीम के लिए आपको चांस मिला है, अभी रेगुलर है सीनियर टीम के लिए, सो इसके बारे में क्या करना है? जो फ्रॉम द डेवलपमेंट टीम टू द सीनियर टीम आपका जो जर्नी है उसके बारे में।
हाँ, जर्नी तो बहुत लॉन्ग है, क्योंकि मैं अभी इधर जब 2019 में ही आया था, तब तो डेफ टीम में था 2 साल। सो अभी फर्स्ट टीम में ये फोर्थ ईयर है मेरा। सो अभी खेलने को चांस मिल रहा है, तो अभी सेम कंटिन्यू करना है, आने वाला मैच भी अच्छा खेलना है।
आपने अपना जो ड्रीम कम ट्रू सोचा था कि इस सीज़न में होगा एफसी गोवा के साथ?
नहीं, ऐसा तो नहीं सोचा था कि हाँ कभी भी चांस आ सकता है, क्योंकि इसलिए रेडी था। हाँ,
और 3 क्लीन शीट्स और अभी तक जो अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस में, इसके बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं अपना पर्सनल लेवल की?
हाँ, क्लीन शीट 3 आया, वो तो अच्छा है टीम के लिए। वो मेरा ऊपर नहीं है, सबका ऊपर है। टीम अच्छा खेला इसलिए आया, सब डिफेंडर लोग अच्छा किया इसलिए आया। सो और ट्राई करेगा हम लोग नेक्स्ट जितना भी हो सके क्लीन शीट लाने के लिए।
और नेशनल टीम के लिए अभी सोचा है कि अभी बहुत दूर कर पाती है?
नेशनल टीम, हाँ अभी ऐसा कंटिन्यू खेलेगा, अच्छा खेलेगा, तब आएगा, जब टाइम आएगा तब आएगा। इतना जल्दी भी तो नहीं होगा, जब टाइम आएगा तब। हाँ, मेरे लिए तो बहुत स्पेशल है, क्योंकि जिधर खेल रहे हैं हम लोग वो मेरा घर से बहुत सामने है स्टेडियम। सो और मैं फुटबॉल खेलना भी उधर से ही स्टार्ट किया, सेम ग्राउंड से। तो मेरे लिए बहुत स्पेशल है, और सब फैमिली सब भी आएगा अभी देखने। हाँ, बहुत अच्छा है मेरे लिए।
I will ask for translation, just in case he criticizes me. But no, I remember, I don't know, because I didn't understand if you spoke about this, but we had a conversation the last day about, he told me this, no? I need them, he knows, because I think that when we speak with especially with the young players, some of them are focusing to get to arrive in ISL as soon as possible, and the important thing in young players is to play minutes. And then in one moment he told me that he was like third goalkeeper last season, and I remember our conversation. I say, I feel that you will be at least one step forward. I don't say that you will play, but you never can play one player. You will play, you won't play. But I remember that usually I say the player that you have to train always very good. It's not about, okay, because I train good 3 weeks, I have to play. No, you have to train good during a long period. If you play, if you don't play, finally it is a profession. And then he is showing that he is ready, because he was training very good. All last season he didn't play one single minute, and he was training good every day. Even that he didn't play, he was even with who was there in the Asian Games, no, or qualifiers who were there, no, with the national team. under 23 or something like this, and we know about his qualities. But now you have to be ready when the moment arrives, and again, no, he's showing that he's completely ready to be a good goalkeeper in ISL and with a lot of future. It's very difficult, and I don't like to speak too much about this kind of situations because sometimes it's not very good for the young players, but he's a talented goalkeeper.
Coach, going back to the last match against Hyderabad, were you upset and angry or just disappointed that 2 points were dropped?
Yeah, more disappointed than upset. It's very difficult in football to win, and in some moments when you don't play good, these kind of things happen. Was disappointed because they scored in the extra time, no. But it's true that we didn't play a good game, and that's all. I feel that in this part of the competition is where most of the teams after Christmas, also in a lot of countries, is a key moment, and some teams they go forward or let's see, but it's about to. We had a clear example, no? Yesterday with this game between Bengaluru and Mohammedan. I don't know if the score was fair or not, but the reality is that Mohammedan scored 1 goal and Bengaluru lost the game. It's difficult. I think that in this round, most of the scores are a draw. It's difficult to collect points. Difficult after Christmas, not after Christmas, after a break. Difficult to perform always in a good level. The only thing that we know is that obviously we cannot be satisfied, happy with the score, but at least we have 1 more point. And when you don't play a good game, it's important don't lose the game.
Coach, I don't know the exact stats or the exact numbers, but I don't remember FC Goa winning in Guwahati against Northeast in all these years. But I remember the only time that you went with Hyderabad, you won 3-0 there. 2022-23 season.
Yeah, yes. What was the first game? Was the very nice. The stadium was completely full, and it was the first game of Northeast at home. We won 3-0. Was not the game was not for 3-0. With 1-0, they missed some clear chances, and then we scored the second goal immediately. But in that moment, now is not the moment to speak about this, but we had one team in Hyderabad. The kind of team that we had was very good for the style of Northeast. Yeah, I remember that we, even in the bubble, we beat them not very easy, but 6-1, 5-0. It was, except my first season when with Gerard Nus and Khalid Jamil, that they qualified for the playoff. Even this season we won 4-2 and 0-0. The both is a team that now is completely different with Juan Pedro Benali. That I repeat that for me is a top coach. The team is very clear the style. Maybe it's the team with, I don't know if exactly with less possession in the competition, but the team who score more goals. Then it's very clear the style that they have. They defend hard, strong, good, and very good counter-attack, very good players in attack. For me, was key that they signed for me one of the best goalkeepers also in the country. Now they have a very competitive team, but will be tough to qualify for the top 6 for everyone except for Mohun Bagan.
Coach, are you surprised that FC Goa haven't won in Guwahati? Even last year, I remember the team was doing quite well, winning matches, and it was the last night before the Asian Cup break, and it was a drawn game.
Yeah, and we didn't play a good game. We dominate all the game. I remember we scored early, but they equalized in the minute 30 more or less, and we were attacking most of but without clear chances. No, I think we didn't understand very good the game, and it's a tough opponent. We didn't beat them last season, not only in ISL, in Durand Cup also, and this season at home was 3-3 also. It's a tough team for us. I think that both all games are very equal. Even the game that they beat us 2-0 was with one penalty and one corner, and last season, but the game was very equal also. And I remember that in the first half with 0-0 we had some clear chances to score. Sometimes you never know. Now they drew the last two games at home. Obviously will be a very difficult game, and I feel that will be very equal game with two very different styles. Yes.
Coach, Northeast also they conceded a goal in the second half late in the last match. So FC Goa has the same problem. They concede a goal after the leading. Bangalore is same thing. Last team, Hyderabad same thing. Do you think it's a major problem for the FC Goa to concede a goal in the later half of the game?
We conceded 2 goals in extra time this season against Hyderabad, and who was the other? And another team I would remember now. And we scored 2 goals in injury time. And Jamshedpur, first game of season, and we scored 2 goals, Northeast and Mohammedan. Sometimes it's for you, sometimes it's for the other team. I feel that the games in the last minutes are completely crazy. The distances are very big, and I think that if we improve to play compact during these minutes, that was more or less that we got in the first part of the season, in the last season, we will concede less goals. But you never know. Again, we play a very difficult game against one team that they score a lot of goals because they have a lot of different profiles of players, not only Ajaraye, a lot of different profiles of players in attack, and let's see. But obviously we have good players also, and I think that can be a good game, better than the last that my opinion was very boring, the game against Hyderabad.
Coach, did you have time to look at the red card, whether it was genuine or whether it was deserved?
Borja, yeah.
And did you have a goal with
Can be a red card. Can be a red card. Obviously, the movement of the headbutt, not the headbutt. The movement of the head is there, but this is not a headbutt. Alex Aji did his job. But I don't want, and maybe because I am national team coach, I have to be very careful with the things that I say. But to put 3 games for this action means that you never play football in your life. This is not about the referee. The referee put, you can say that is fair, the red card, but if you put 3 games in this action, you never play football in your life. Never. Because this is impossible. This is 1 game and finish. No more. That's all. For me, the referee was okay the other day. For me, you can show the red card. The second action of Alex Aji, he was not very clever in this action. For me, the only mistake was he forgot to show the yellow card for Alan Paulista for dive in the box. The other actions, for me, Ashwin had a good performance as a referee.
Coach, with the availability of the ODI for the next game, so you will be going for the same setup as before the Hyderabad game?
No, they will play tomorrow. But this is a competition. Now Cal is with 3 yellow cards. Then Borja is suspended. these kind of situations are normal in football. We recover Nemil for this game. Will be always like this, no? Now you lose players, this guy can play. This is not is normal in football. No? It's injuries, bans. This is the reason, no, that the squads are 20-25 players, not 11 or not 14, 15. No, I'm not very worried about this because we have a competitive squad and there are teams in this aspect that they have more problems than FC Goa.
With 9 games unbeaten in run of the FC Goa, so you're expecting one more unbeaten game?
Obviously, I'm expecting all games till the end of the season unbeaten, but it's very difficult. It's very difficult because the competition is very equal. I don't know if it's good or bad in terms of quality, but the competition is very tough. And finally, the team who is winning is the team who has the best players. Even Mohuman, even when they play good, because they play good, when they don't play good, they win most of the games. And I repeat again, Molina managed very good that dressing room. That is the most important when you manage this kind of teams. And the other teams, obviously Mohuman is the favorite to win the Shield, but sometimes you have to keep going, keep pushing, because in some moments maybe they lose 2-3 games, and if you are okay, maybe you can go for the Shield. But again, no, it's the same than last week here. Eh? The target is the Shield. The second target is to finish in the top 2 to avoid the quarter-final, and the third target is to finish in the top 6, because this season looks like will be very, very tough for and the team who finish 7-8, and can you say that is a failure if they are fighting till the last game? It's very difficult.
Coach, given that Hyderabad drew against FC Goa away and Mohammedan beat Bangalore away, two of the lower ranked teams, are you expecting all matches to be very, very complicated?
Now, yes. In this part of the competition, yes. In the last part, less. In the last part of in the last games is completely different. Usually in the last game, the team who needs to win, usually they win the game. But in this moment, for example, Mohammedan and Hyderabad, they are fighting to avoid the last position. Now Hyderabad is celebrating the draws. Okay, last season I can understand. No? They play with all Indian players, they celebrate it, and I understand. I congratulate them when they won in Chennai with all Indian players. But now they are playing with 4 foreigners and with Indian players with some experience, and you are celebrating draws. No? And okay, I think that they are trying. It's okay. They are trying to avoid the last position. I think that now between Mohammedan and Hyderabad, this is a bad luck. We spoke last week about the relegation. No? Imagine if there is relegation, these two teams. I don't know who is the next team, but these two teams would be fighting till the last moment. Let's see in the last games if this continue in the same way. I don't think that will be like this the last games, but not because these teams, because it's usually in all the world these kind of things happen. Teams that they are in the middle of the table and you cannot arrive to the playoff, there is no relegation, then okay, they are professionals, they try, but usually the teams who are fighting for something, they are still pushing, training hard. This is the reason that at the end of the season, usually the team who need to win the game, they win the game.
Coach, finally, as Marcus rightly pointed out, FC Goa has won just once in Guwahati over the last 10 years. That was somewhere in 2015. But on the positive side, FC Goa is still the only unbeaten team away on the road. And even last year, they lost just one game. So does that help give you confidence and help in the momentum of the team going forward whenever they have to go and play away?
I like statistics, but in India you love the statistics. It's, everything you compare with, I don't know, maybe I will die and you will compare that 50 years ago that team will win or won that. I think my feeling, okay, statistics is nice, is okay, and in some moments are okay but for example, nonsense. No, this team scored most of the goals in the attacking for the right side. Okay, these are a statistic that you can see. Okay, you can say, okay, maybe it can help me this. But if you never won in this pitch, or if you are unbeaten, one day or not, one day we will lose one game outside, and then the next press conference will be, now FC Goa is in the booth, fifth in the table. 2 weeks ago we were fighting for the shield now, and then we will win 3 consecutive games, and then we will change again. This is the life in football. We need to be prepared, ready for every situation. Doesn't matter if we never win or we never lose in this pitch, in the other pitch. It's a new game, and you never know what will happen. It's a completely different game. You can enter in the pitch, you prepare very good, and in the minute 5, one player receives red card. I feel without red card the other day, I feel that with Borja in the pitch, we could win the game. Not easily, because easily is impossible, but my feeling was that we were closer to score the second goal in that moment than concede the goal. Then statistics are okay, but are not a definitive aspect.
Yeah, of performance. Yeah, I would. Thank you guys.
Thank you.